Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of the Madden Guardians podcasting series. I'm your host, Bulldawg, joined by my co-hosts, Ceddy and Daunte, and we also have a special guest, a man that we all call Cain. What's up, boys? How are we doing today?
Hey, how's it going?
What's good, baby?
How's it going,
Man,
Bulldog?
it's going great, man. So last week, we talked about the AFC. We went over the division predictions, and we talked about the slept-on players in the league in the AFC. Now, this week, we're going to go over the NFC. We're going to go over the divisions and predictions, and we're going to go over the overrated players on the power rankings. And I'm going to kick it off right now with the NFC West. And I'm going to say this division is going to be really tight. I think that from the beginning to the middle, it's going to be a close race, but somebody's going to be running away from it towards the end of the season. And so coming at number 4, I've got Scuba and the 49ers. And Scuba's got a great team. He's got a great defense, a very good offense, but I just don't think he's going to have the right – he doesn't know what kind of scheme he's going to run yet. But once he joins that Evo and Daunte coaching tree and he finds out his scheme, I think that he's going to be able to turn it up a notch, find his stride, get some wins. But just because it's going to take him a minute to get it figured out, I have it number 4. And at number 3, I have Cain and the Rams. And the only reason why I have Cain and the Rams is because he just doesn't have the offensive firepower that the other teams have. Yes, he has Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, but this game is highly touted offensive play style will win the games. And I just don't think he has the firepower to keep up. That's the only thing keeping him out of the top 2 spots. And at number 2, I have Habs and the Seahawks. I know you're probably thinking, why Habs at number 2? He has one of the best teams in the game. He's got Jamal Adams, Bobby Wagner, Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, the list goes on. But he just never seems to find ways to win the big games. When it comes down to it, he just has not won the big games. That's the only reason why I want him to prove me wrong on this. But as of right now, Habs is sitting at number 2. And at number 1, we have Cactus and the Cardinals. I'm hopping on the Cactus hype train. I'm going to start this hype train. I think Cactus can do it because he did really well with bums on the Lions and Madden Guardians. I think we all can agree with that. But now thinking he has Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, Andy Isabella. He just has a stacked team all around. I just think he can actually pull some stuff together. He can find a way to play the game. Tell me what you think about this, guys.
So to be honest, I think I see it the exact same way you do. And then what also speaks for Cactus is he always had a great offense, but struggled a lot on defense. And the way it seems so far, defense, at least in the beginning, I wouldn't say it doesn't matter that much, but I think everyone's going to struggle. So his offense might shine even more. So I think that can help him a lot combined with his team. I think he's going to win this division year 1.
I disagree with you.
Honestly,
yeah.
I think I'm probably number 1. I think
Tell
the
me
rest
why
of the
right
teams
now,
in that
tell me.
division are just choke artists. The Rams team has got a stellar defense. They've got really good depth. They've got a star dev safety in Terrell Burgess, they got 2 stars in this draft, which is a lot more than most people got. And I think the running back room is a lot more underrated than a lot of other people's. I think there's plenty of firepower on that team to keep up with choke artist Habs and
I got Habs at
Cactus
number 1.
and
You guys call him a choke
Scuba.
artist.
I think.
But you guys forget he
not
just
even a
acquired
challenge.
Jamal Adams. Come on now.
Yeah, I just don't know about that. I had Cain at 2, Habs at 3, but I can't agree with switching them. I think
one thing I saw too about 21 too is Jalen Ramsey's abilities are fucking out of this world. They really are. I mean,
yeah, he and Gilmore should be locked down. But I think what's pretty clear for me is that to make playoffs in this division, you have to win it. Because I don't think the second or third.
And remember, there's 3 wildcard spots now.
Still, but the way how loaded the NFC is, I don't think you're going to make it without winning this division.
I don't think so either. I think you're right. It's going to winner in.
Yeah,
I don't know. This division is pretty.
Conference,
to be honest, with the rest of the NFC, is pretty low talent.
Well, hey, Cactus, prove me right. Cain, prove me wrong, man. I would love to see you prove me wrong. So now we're going to head over to the East. Ceddy, give me your predictions right now.
All right. So on the last place, I have Evo and the Washington team coming in, which is very surprising. I wasn't really sure about that myself for a while. Talking to Evo, he doesn't seem too confident in himself for year 1. I think he's going to use that to dev his team and to be able to, really attack year 2. Then above him, it's gotten a little tough with Kobe and Muffin coming in. There are 2 players I don't really know much about. I played Kobe once in another league, but that's a while ago. I think I won by a pretty large margin, but yeah, it's just hard to say anything about these two. So I have Muffin coming in third with the Cowboys, Colby at 2 with the Eagles, and then for me the clear-cut winner of this division is going to be Kohler. The Giants aren't the greatest team offer it, but in my opinion, him and Evo are the two best users in this division, and the Giants are just better year one in my opinion, and I think Kohler is going to try to win year one. Different than Evo. I don't think Evo is going to tank, but I don't think he necessarily wants to make playoffs, but rather secure a good draft pick and then focus on the following years.
I dig it, man. I dig it.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you, Ceddy. I think Kohler and Saquon Barkley are going to carry their team to the playoffs.
I hate to say that Kohler's going to win because I hate him, but he definitely is got that. I think he's got the division locked up year one.
Yeah, especially with him being being a great team builder, he's probably going to improve the Giants' offense more year one, and then he has Saquon, Daniel Jones, who he can build up on, Darius Slayton, Evan Ingram. So I think he can get them rolling.
The defense has a really high ceiling. You look at what LaCroix did with that team. I mean, you got Dexter Lawrence to X Factor, and he just gobbled up that entire line. It was really impressive by him. I think Kohler could do the same and more.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely.
And I think he can do that offense with Saquon. I mean, he can turn Danny Dimes into probably his true potential. The receivers are really nothing to shake a stick at. Evan Ingram, he's very underrated, I think, but
especially if you can get Saquon and Ingram going, you don't need Daniel Jones to make those big time throws, and then he can easily manage your game. And with Kohler being a great defensive user too, I mean, he's gonna probably struggle in the beginning too. But if he can pick up defense and then get Saquon going, it's hard to stop the Giants.
Yeah, exactly. I think he'll rock it.
Nice work, Stace.
I think Washington, though. I think that's a second-year team to watch out for. I mean, once they get
definitely 100%, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the quarterback situation. That's a big
Return
question
of
mark.
Gibby.
We'll see what happens there. But that defense is set up, I think. I think it's just set up in general.
Yeah, I mean, Evo's gonna dev his players year one, and then especially with Chase Young being the X Factor, I think he's gonna just come to hunt for people. Season 2.
I think the offense will be terrible, especially with being able to set your zone depth drops. I mean, I don't think what Evo did in 20 with the crossers and the shallow crossers and all that, I don't think that's going to work again. So he's going to have to mix it up in the passing game.
I agree. All right, we're heading up north. Cain, give me your predictions for the NFC.
Yeah, so North was hard, and I've got one of my favorite people in the league, but one of my least favorite Madden players in the league in this division, and he's been pretty mad with where I ranked him here. Number one is JJ. He's proved to be the most consistent player, I think. I mean, he's always good for 10 wins in a season, and he's always an impact in the playoffs. No question, he's number one in the division. Number two, I'm putting Daunte. I think he can make some noise in the North with a terrible Mitch Trubisky and a pretty solid Bears defense. And then I'm going to go with the Lions. I think it was a really hard team, but I really like LaCroix, and I really think he's a solid coach as far as from a mental perspective. He plays the game of football, and I think that'll be good for him in year one. And number four, I have Vamsey, because before he figures out his scheme, he sucks. He was terrible. And without all of his cheesy, his runs, the running game is going to be slowed down significantly. And the passing game, he's a Stevie Wonder in the pocket. He really is. It's going to be interesting to see how he adapts. And once the meta comes out, and once people figure out what's working, I think Vamsey will take that division no problem. But before there's a meta and a scheme and broken plays, I don't see it personally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I 100% agree. 100% agree with you, Cain.
That much.
Vamsey did say he was going to start
it was a bold
Jordan Love at quarterback.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen enough out of Vamsey as a football mind to think that he can take that team. And you know what I think he's going to do is he's not going to play Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play Jordan Love, and I think that's a big mistake. Aaron Rodgers is the fastest release in the game and the fastest pass velocity in the game. I don't know why you don't play him.
For me, I'm pretty sure that LaCroix is sadly going to end up fourth in that division.
He's going to make a lot of noise in trades, so I have no doubt about it.
Yeah, as you said, for Vamsey, it depends. Everything depends on how fast can he figure out the game. But what I also do think is Vamsey, JJ, and Daunte are all going to make playoffs year one.
Oh,
I 100% agree with that statement.
If I don't misunderstand the new playoff system, as far as I know, 3 guys can make it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 3 guys.
Then I'm
not missing the playoffs either.
I have those 3 guys making playoffs.
You have those 3 in the wild card spots. The 3 wild card spots in the NFC. That's I don't see it. I think the NFC South sends 1, and I think the NFC North sends 2.
I have the South sending 2 and the North
1?
sending 3.
Wait, I'm trying to think this through again.
Wait, 2 wildcards out of the North and 1 wildcard out of the South, if that's what you mean.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I mean. No, and then they're sending 3. Sorry, I wasn't thinking about it right.
Year 1, you're saying the NFC North sends 3 teams to the playoffs.
Yes.
I like that prediction, Ceddy. I'll back you up.
2 wildcard teams and 1 division winner, obviously.
I like that.
Between the South, I think the South and the North.
Yes.
Between 2-1, it's going to be a breakdown of 2-1 between 2 wild cards from one and 1 wild card from the other.
Definitely.
All right, we're heading down south. Daunte, give us the NFC South, your NFC South predictions.
Took me a minute to make up, but I'll be quick here. At number 4, I got the Panthers and All-Star. I think All-Star is very overhyped. People were hyping him up last year. He got a lot of bum wins. People think he's good. He just likes to complain about the game. And I think he's just going to get absolutely crushed by these 3 other great users. I have no faith in All-Star. You could come at me in general, chat. That's what I have to say. At number 3, I got AV. Now, AV, maybe if he doves up his team year 2, he'll be 2 or maybe 1. Because if he gets a good defense, he's really good at the game. But right now, he doesn't have the strongest team, so I have to put him at 3. And at 2, I'm putting Bucks. Bucks already has a great team off rip. He has Hot Route Master. Thank you, Evo, for giving Bucks Hot Route Master. It's a great move. And he also has a great young defense that he could develop. I think he'll finish 2, but number 1, obviously, the GOAT of the league, Poppy, the man, the myth, the legend, sexiest man in the league, my light-skinned brother. I think he's just all in all the best player in the league so far. And I think the Saints team is built to win now. And I think he'll win now. And I think he takes the top seed in the NFC. That's my bold prediction.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, I rank the whole division the same way you did. I mean, I don't think All-Star is as bad as you you put him, but I see AV being the better user than him, and then Poppy and Bucks are just clear cut number 1 and 2. And as we all said, both of them are gonna make the playoffs. Maybe AV. I see 3 people coming out of the North.
I think AV a year or 2. If you give him time to develop his team,
yes,
he'll be good.
Yeah,
that AV team is stacked.
But I think
that team is stacked with first round talent.
I think for Poppy, it's basically like Brady and Belichick. You just can't bet against them.
Yeah, I'm not betting against Poppy. He's considered one of the best people I've ever seen play the game. So
yeah, it's just you can't stop him the whole game if he's really.
And Bucks is right up there.
Serious.
Bucks at his highest level.
No question.
Beat Poppy.
They're both right there.
It.
Yeah, I mean Bucks has a Super Bowl ring too, and for good reason. I think they met in the AFC Championship game every single year in Guardians. So
I think Bucks is in the same category as Vamsy though. They got to figure out the game first before they can figure out the meta, figure out what everybody's doing before they can really get a handle on everything.
I think year 1, Poppy and Bucks split their games, and I think AV takes 1 or 2 from both of them as well. AV's going to sneak one out here.
Yeah, I think for me, All-Star and AV are 4 and 3 pretty clearly, and then Poppy and Bucks are going to be like 1 or maybe 2 games apart from each other. And
no question.
Might as well switch. I don't know their exact schedules, so
either one of them will lose more than 3 games year 1.
Yeah.
No shot. All right, so that wraps all the divisions. We got your predictions. If you like your prediction, prove us right. If you don't like them, don't complain. Prove us wrong, and we'll say we were wrong. Now, we're going to jump straight in to the most overhyped ranked people in the NFC on Habs' power rankings. And I'm going to go first. I'm going to take a shot at the power ranker himself. Habs has put himself in the top 10 at the 8th spot. What if you deserve to put yourself there, Habs? I understand you got a good roster, but I just don't think you've deserved to put yourself in the top 10.
7-1 to 7-9 speaks the whole.
I mean, that just
Habs is a walking choker when it comes to making the playoffs.
I think he starts out hot. I think he starts out real hot, but then he just falls to earth.
He always starts off hot, and then he just starts choking games away, and he just never gets his groove back.
Yeah, I think especially this last year, he just depended a lot on just tossing it to Mike Evans and who was the other
all
guy
he
he
has
had?
is Tyler
Hopkins.
Lockett.
Yeah.
He had
Yeah,
Hopkins
he
as well. Yeah,
We've got Lockett and
that won't
DK.
work.
I think DK will serve him well.
Yeah, but he's
If
still
he
not an X
keeps him.
factor, you know.
Yeah. Thing is, though, about Habs is a trade mastermind. I mean, he'll come out there and he'll do these trades for better or for worse. So we'll just see what he comes with. Personally, I, the Rams, am going to do no trades whatsoever. Nobody.
Yeah,
ever.
I have him more in the high, like in the high or low 20s and high like 10s, but not top 10.
I think the whole NFC West is like 22 to 18. That's, I think 22 Scuba, 21 me, Cactus is 19, Habs is 18. I think that's where we belong.
I can agree with that.
That works well, yeah. Because I was going to say I was going to say that too. That I have Cain at 14 is a little high for me. It's not like
a little high.
It's not like mind wrecking, like oh my god, how can you do that? But it's just a little high, especially seeing who's behind that. I mean, like we talked not in the last episode, like with Gage, with Jordan, with Stinky, me. There are just a lot of people that could be higher, and then 14, yeah, as I said,
you got to think about too is the people who have really good users this year in 20 are going to really struggle.
That's true.
Like Bucks, Jordan has a really good user.
Gage too, yeah, but
Gage,
still,
Poppy. They'll think they'll be able to like lurk something or click onto something, and it just won't be there because
they're just
me and Ceddy have tried out the game, and users are very slow. Like it's a huge difference.
I'm a big fan. I saw some dope animations with Aaron Donald bull rushing people. It kind of got me a little excited.
Who else, guys? Who else is overhyped on here?
I can go again if you guys don't have anyone. I have LaCroix.
I'll go. I got LaCroix at 9. Now I love LaCroix. I love
great,
LaCroix.
Daunte, great.
He's a great
what
guy.
A great pick.
He's a good user. But the Detroit Lions team is some dookie. It's some garbage. I don't see him, and especially in our division in the NFC North. I don't see him that high. It just doesn't make sense. When you look at some of the people below him, and it's like, I think they have better teams and better records than him.
Especially the way he plays. I feel like he has a great defense and a good running game, but if you stop his run, he's going to struggle passing. And before he
and his running
really
back
improves
his
his passing,
Kerryon Johnson.
Yeah, before he really improves his passing, I don't see him making too much noise, especially because he's going to struggle on defense too, like everyone is.
Mm-hmm.
And if he can't put up points, and he's ultimately going to lose games because his opponent will put up points because it's Madden 21. So before he improves his passing game, it's going to be tough. So top 10 might be, or not might be, top 10 is too high.
And I hate to say it until proven otherwise, Mitch Trubisky at 7. Daunte, I don't know if he can work that much magic.
Yeah, I don't know if I put myself
maybe put you at 10 or 12.
I'll put mine in high teens. I wouldn't put myself 7.
Yeah, I think Daunte is top 15, but yeah.
I think JJ though at 3 is really good. I think he's a clock in for a first seed. I think.
To throw this one in there, Kohler at 6 with the Giants. That's a wait and see, but I feel like that team's not the greatest year one.
No,
I don't know if he can make a lot of trades.
In general, I feel like Habs likes the NFC a lot. Seeing like almost only AFC teams in the high numbers between 32 and 20.
All right, boys, that's going to wrap it up today. Today we've covered the NFC division predictions. We've gone over some overhyped players, and that's just going to wrap it up for this episode. So we will see you next week. Thank you guys for joining me. Cain, thanks for being our special guest today. It was a privilege to have you. It was fun. And so, guys, we're going to sign off here. We'll see you next time.
See you,
boys.